I like it very, very much. I like the fact that it's quite a mix of pedagogical seminars, but also very much chill out and people hanging out, people just mingling and talking to each other, and also being able to actually come in closer contact with different organizations. Because I mean, as much as I believe in, for example, the internet and the way you can look at things through internet, it's really nice also to meet people from different organizations and actually be able to talk to them about different things. So I like it a lot.
Berlin 08, hier sind wir. Berlin 08, hier feiern wir. Berlin 08, hier sind wir. Berlin 08, wir feiern die ganze Nacht.
Ich bin Lea.
Ja, und ich bin Josi.
Und wir beide waren Countdown-Programmmacher.
Und wir sind hierher gekommen, um die Welt zu verändern.
Mit Power, Liebe und viel Spaß. Genau.
Hier feiern wir.
Well, there are some similar festivals. My organization has not really been organizing any, but been with in organizing some. There are some both Swedish speaking and then these national Finnish and Swedish speaking festivals. And there is, for example, one organization festival that is organized for the Swedish speaking organizations in October. It's a really big thing, and that is really funny also, being able to actually share experiences and see what other organizations do. There are also loads of different workshops, and it's a whole weekend. And then there are these different, for example, festivals like the Ethno Festival Faces, where there are some organizations, and then there are this World Village, I think it's called. And World Village is actually a bit similar to this festival, although this is focusing even more on young people, and I don't really see that in Finland. In Alliansi organizes every second year, they organize a youth work cruise, and every second year youth work days. That's a weekend somewhere in Finland, but they are mainly organized for the kind of youth work experts, the ones who actually work within the organizations, and not for the young people themselves. And that's what I like really much with this festival. Culture Carnival is a different thing. The Culture Carnival, all these festivals is organized by many different organizations, and the Culture Carnival is actually the FSS, the organization I come from, the school student organization, the Swedish speaking one. It's its own kind of festival, and it's been growing a lot. The first year it was organized was 2003. Then it was around, I think, 150 persons. This year it's gonna be a 4 days long thing in the summer for the first time. Usually it's been in the autumn, with around 700 young people, which is actually quite a lot compared to the 6% minority of Swedish speaking Finns. That's a weekend or 4 days of culture, people working in different workshops. And in the beginning it was mainly like, it was poetry and it was literature and it was drama and it was improvisations and it was these typically cultural things. But now you can find absolutely everything, different activist people who hold these workshops, and you can find we've had drag king and drag queen things. We've got, oh gosh, we've got radio, we've got cooperation with the local newspapers, we've got, I think now it's around 40-50 of these workshops. We call them labs, like laboratories, because you work in them for a long time. And then the young people, and then we get to show the workshops and the results of them to each other at this huge kind of ending party. And then there are different concerts and different culture rooms that everybody can drop in and out from, so it's becoming a very big thing. And yeah, the thing I like most about the Culture Carnival is that there is no competition, none at all. It's like, and you can come there even though you're a completely beginner. We have this, what do you call it, this thing that you can fly with in a drag, it's drake it's called in Swedish, yeah. And for example, we have a workshop where you can learn to build those right from the start. And almost all of the workshops are for beginners. Some of the music are like the rock lab. It's good that if you have done something before, but then it always stays. But it's for people aged around 13 to 20. I guess, unfortunately, sometimes bringing people with a kind of, I don't know, lockbete, I don't know what you call it, like when you have something that will attract the people to come there, might feel unnecessary. But then again, if that brings some people here that would either not have gone here and seen all these organizations and talked to them and maybe got these aha experiences, then I don't know. And I also think it's a good statement to show that it's important to put an effort in young people. And I mean the popular bands, as long as they're not super sexist or something else, I don't see anything bad in having popular bands. I just think it shows that, hey, you're young people, you're also worth good music, and you're worth being like put an effort and putting money on. Well, in Finland, many people have this impression that in Finland they only listen to hard rock and heavy. And for example, our Eurovision Song Contest victory didn't really take away this picture. And partly it might be true, actually. But me myself, I'm not that into heavy. But I know that some Finns are. But usually, I would say that it's probably quite the same as here. There are some who listen to pop, some who only listen to 60s, 70s rock music, some who only listen to R&B, some only listen to electronic music. Depends completely on who you're asking. But not every Finn dresses in black and listens to Lordi, I promise you. I've learned a lot just by walking through and talking to different people. I've learned a lot about these different organizations, and as I see it, sometimes it looks like there are more, I don't know, radical organizations also here. And the seminars, for example, questions that interest me a lot is, for example, the feminist questions or the questions against sexism. There was these workshops against homophobia, and when we organize these things, there haven't maybe been that much of these questions on topic. It's getting there all the time, so that's one thing at least I think we learn, and that you speak very openly about about combating racism in a way that we might not always do in Finland, even though we would also have the need for it. But I don't know, all these different, it's given me loads of new ideas, and I very much like the place where this is held. I think it's big, but it's still easy to find, and it's easy to move around here. Difficult to say now. I think that some of these things have to be I have to melt them a bit and sleep on it, and then I will realize what else I have learned. But also just getting new contacts, and even getting to know that there are these like bilateral projects with, for example, Finland, Germany. I mean, nothing says that it would be impossible to invite you to our cultural carnival, for example, if you'd like to learn more about it.